Action.
Alright, so here's part 2 of the no name build yet.
Yeah.
But so if you haven't watched part 1, make sure you go back and watch part 1. Everything, so you're all up to date and caught
Picking
up.
the car up.
Lost,
Yeah,
not
going
lost
through
from
it.
where we are, and then you understand everything else because it all ties into one.
Yeah.
So make sure you go watch part 1, and
This is part 2.
check it out.
Sorry, Holly. The manifold's on your bed. What's going on?
No, she wants this.
What's going on?
She wants a zip tie.
Oh, she wants the zip tie you hid under there.
I didn't hide it under there.
Manifold looking good on there after a bit of a wash. Got that black throttle body on there. Flap, flap. And it's looking killer. So what we've done is we've moved this where the turbo's mounted to, where it was mounted to the chassis, had blocks spacing it down. We shortened it, spaced the whole assembly up, which means we'll just space the fuel tank mounts up at the back there so it all sits nice, space the whole thing up. Or what we'll do is we keep this fuel tank mounted there, mounted on the underside of that. So we'll figure out what works better. Put the turbos on, we're going to see how they fit with the front end now. It'll fit better with the exhaust piping and everything moving them up, so that's why we did it. And now it should be more central in that front end as well, so that'll be good. Alright, put some Zeus's in, boys. How do we look? Oh, that is central as. That is looking a lot better. Let's take the cover off so you can see them blades. The compressor wheel is looking sick. Oh yeah, how good does that look, yeah? Man, look at this manifold. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, Dad, how much boost have you been running in this thing? Have a look at it. It's all, you can see slight inflating it a bit, blowing it out. Starting to get a bit of curve in there. Bloody hell. You want to run more boost than that, hey Caleb?
These big turbos.
This all looks so good. Fuel tank fits though. Slight angle back now, but that doesn't really matter. We're going to keep it like that because it's not much at all. So, and once the piping and stuff's going on, it's that weird of a shape that you won't even notice anything. So, looks pretty good still. Alrighty, time to do some piping. We're going to do the cold side and it should be sick. Hell yeah. Alright, we just did that quick cut them both at 60 degrees just for a look to see how we're sitting. Not too close to the fuel tank. Oh, we're losing power. It's a storm. Oh, we're back on. Holding back up. Jeez, still we're going to have to get a flashlight out. Yep, so it's sitting pretty good, we think. We're going to have to obviously go into that oval bit of pipe, cut it wherever the width is the same. And what we're going to do is a bend here, bring them down to the turbos. We'll have to do a 90 of some sort or just a bend and then bring it back this way just to get it symmetrical as possible from there up. Just preference, but it's something that we think will just look better as well, so we'll do it that way. Got this welder now switched over to alloy, boys. Helmet on, wire in hand. We're going to tack these two pieces together, probably 2 tacks, 3 tacks, and then we're going to cut it to suit the 4-inch, which I'll show you. Got some tacks on there, looking good, nice. Now going to get it somewhere to line up nicely, and we're going to fit it to this 4-inch. Hold that. Squashed one end, we'll flare the other end out back straight, and we'll make it fit somewhere nicely there. I'll put a bit of a tack or a stitch along there where I'm going to cut it so it doesn't distort it or wreck it or anything, and then we'll just tap it round to fit nicely, and we'll be able to have a round bit of 4-inch to go to our throttle body, which obviously we'll cut shorter. There we go, you can see oval now. I need to trim it back just the tiniest bit more, just so the end meet's a bit nicer. Got this bit here, but you can see if I hang it off the edge, the ends nearly meet, and then what we'll do is we'll press in down the center after we get tacked around the outside and just work our way around to make it fit real nice in there, and should be pretty good. Should be pretty good. Alright, we trimmed a bit more across there. It's nice and straight. Really nice, butts up together well. Real good join. And what we're going to do is the edge to edge, the outside edge, fits really well and flush with this oval bit, just cleaning it up now for burrs. And then we're going to tack it, bend it round to the center, tack it and bend it round a bit more and have it a real nice fit. Sit this up against it real quick. So the edges there fit really nice. Oh. And then we're going to tack it, bend it round a bit, tack it, bend it round a bit, and just get to sit really nicely. You get the gist. Didn't line it up perfectly, but it will be good. We'll probably quickly tack it on there now, and then we'll cut that to the length we need it. Alright, got that to fit pretty well. Bit dirty when I tacked it and stuff, but it fits good, so sort that out. And then got some other stuff to do. Really got heaps to do. Hey, Holly. Went the boys went to work to pick up the bandsaw just so we can cut some donuts or whatever we may need to cut. A bit bigger than the little hand one, so it'll be good. Did these flanges up in the lathe. There we go. Goes nicely in there. Alloy one, so we can have the alloy dump pipe and utilise what they already had there. They just stepped over it, so it'll work good. Getting an idea about the manifold on. Cal's putting O-rings in it now through that door jamb there. And then we might reuse this a bit. The bit they had, it only comes to here, but then it's still got the pipes for the wastegates and that. We'll just have to make a connecting piece. But I think that's what we're going to do. That's the plan so far. So we're going to cut the V-bands that were on there because we've got the ones that fit this turbo. And we're going to try have them that height, that location, and we should be able to cut that off there and put a bit of pipe to connect that to there. So, and that'll work pretty well. I'll be able to utilise that. Maybe we might have to adjust it, maybe not, where the wastegate goes. And the other side's looking pretty damn good as well for looking like it's going to fit. Gonna have a look at this though now. Make sure this bad boy, and work out what we got to do there. Hell yeah, that is going to look sick. Damn, that's cool as hell. Can't wait to get that little bend in there on the other side. Looking real neat, clean, joins together nicely, like flows well, no odd cuts or anything, so pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay, right now we've just tacked that on there. Everything the way it needs to go, all tight, all the V-bands tight so it doesn't move. That's what we need it. And before we start cutting all pipes to fill all that in, we thought we'd better check the front because his turbos were a little bit more back. Obviously this was like to here. So yeah, we'll check the front and see if all this fits. It's looking good though. It looks like we're back a few minutes for you guys, but the front hits, the missus just sat on top of the bars there, just missed by 10 mil. So now we're just cutting these ones a little bit shorter, bring them down a bit more, and just gonna have to change the bends through in here and all that. But that's why you check these things. You wouldn't freaking believe it. A beautiful piping just hit the bar we went to put the front end on. So we got some donuts, tight radius bends, and we're gonna redo this section and we'll see how it looks. Hopefully it comes up just as neat. Alrighty, this is where we are cutting all the alloy piping on this little bandsaw here. Getting all the stuff we need, a few straight off cuts of when we did the VH piping, and hopefully this all works. Oh well, that's us now. Same but different. Still looks pretty good. I had to add a little extension piece in there, use a different bend, and still looking good though. Gives you a bit more room to get your hand in there to under the fuel cap and stuff like that. Chopping and changing this hot side. Gonna put the front end on and making sure everything fits. Okay, well, you guys thought it looked good before. I think this is my favourite. And we shortened it up here so we can have more room around the fuel cap. And yeah, that just looks mint now. So yeah, second lot done. It should fit under the front end because we had the broom down through there the whole time. But yeah, should be good. Piping looking pretty good in there. Not hitting anything it shouldn't. G, she is looking busy now. Got that flange, the cone, and getting this dump pipe sorted. Got it tucked up. Gonna see if the position's good so the bullhorn fits the cutouts in the the nose cone nicely. So put that on, have a look. She's pretty busy. All looking good though. All fits pretty well so far. Gonna put the front on and check. We definitely aren't here to frick spiders. We have this done. We just got to tack it on and we'll be able to weld it all up, but it's all sitting nicely. Kieran dropped us off some filler wire and he knew what he was getting himself into. Obviously, he brought his helmet. He's welding up this intake piping now for us, so we got multiple people on the job getting it done quicker. He's doing a good job there. And we're on to this side. Bolted this dump pipe on there now. And about to line it up. Got the cone on this. Going to use the bit off the bend for a bit of straight. We're going to put the flange on there soon. And we're going to make it all fit. There we are. Got the big girl in town here. Park her up in the street. Going to get this blue thing out. So over the weekend we can work at it here. Got a cool GDR. We've got a cool Trana. Cool VK, got a few cool things at the shop again this week, but we're going to get this out. All the stuff, the plummet, hoses, fittings are here at work, and also a few little things that we're just going to make it quicker with doing wiring here as well. So everything's here at our shop and we'll be able to smash this out. This thing looks mean, sitting in the loading zone across the road. Boost loading, that's what's happening. Damn, what a sexy looking car. Just here at work.
100%.
We're talking about just leaving this lifting plate on there. Drilling some holes, putting some breathers on there.
It'd be handy.
Fucking put a sensor on there for
That'd be fucking hilarious.
crankcase, and then if something happens, we just take the manifold off, lift it out, hook the crane up,
Oil
pressure sender, tap a hole in the back, it'll be ready to go. Look at that. Lifting plate just sitting under there, ready to go. Ready to put a billet thing in here when we run out of power. Little bit of welding fittings in, so we can use this lifting plate as the valley cover, which will work mint. Fittings in there nice, look neat. Welding them from the inside as well. Probably be real hard to get on the inside, I guess. Have to hang the tungsten out a lot, but looks real neat, clean, good job, won't leak. Sick as, a bit heavier than a normal one, but it saves us, because what the problem is because this is thin, it's steel. Well, the alloy ones, we have to chamfer the edges because the deck on the runners for the intake manifold hit, and yeah, we had to countersink all the holes as well to allow it to fit with the manifold, and it was just quicker to use a thinner steel plate than looking around and doing all the work to an alloy one when we were on a time limit. Drill 2 holes, put some breathers in, way quicker. So I don't know when the last time we've updated use, but we've been a bit slack, but doing all the plumbing, most of the turbo lines are done. Mounted the pump because the turbo's a bit too low, can't gravity feed it back to the sump, so I'm gonna have to run lines to the pump it back to the sump. Wiring all coming in. I'll probably put on the manifold, all the injectors in now. And yeah, for now, that's where we're up to. Alright, just ran out the 6 boost and sanded the 6 boost manifold, which I welded up. Kyle tucked it all together and stuff, and I gave it a go at welding it, but Just ran out to them, sandblasted it in their sandblaster, and I'm going to give it a coat of paint now, and we're going to see how it looks. Got it all taped up, so should be good. Alright, that one's pretty much dry. You can see it's a bit more matte. This one I just ran that rattle gun over it. So spray can come up not bad, so it'll look good on the car I think, and better than it rusted. Just welding fittings in the top on our radiator pretty much. This is our little canister where we put the water and circulate it to regulate the pressure in the block, so, and help keep it cool a little bit. So, but yeah, I think it's looking good. Caleb's a bit nervy. I just traced some shit for him to cut on the carbon, cutting carbon out of his beautiful dash. Alright, Caleb got a bit scared, so I got my arsenal of tools here. Just did a rough cut with the air grinder and the real worn out blade, so it's small as. So I'm just going to clean it up. I'm about to drill a hole in this beautiful carbon, so let's hope one's not slotted and that dash is central as. So scary. Have a look at how these bad boys turned out. I'm going to take the tape off the stainless flange because it taped it up. Didn't get the ceramic paint on it because it'll just scratch off with the V-band stainless anyway, it won't rust. But let's get it off and have a look, eh? Have a look at them. Pretty nice. Definitely stop it scratching up black paint, just leaving it stainless. And yeah, very, very nice. We have got our radiator, well, the cylinder that's going to hold all the water to go through the little cooler we got under the car. Scavenge pump for the turbos. We got water running through the turbos. So yeah, water running through the block and stuff. Just help keep everything regulated. Help keep it a little cooler, not a massive radiator like the VH. We got something small under there, and yeah, I think it's going to be all well. It'll help regulate pressure, having that cap help regulate pressure there, and it'll be good. This is where we're at the moment. Looking a bit more complete. Fuel plumbing going on. About to put a fuel filter in here. Got the return line going to a nice compact fuel pressure regulator. And this boy's gonna be in there somewhere, and looking pretty good. Wiring coming along alright. So plate's still getting the job done, and hopefully it's not too far off. Alrighty, all fuel plumbing done. Got it coming off the pump, through the filter, up to the rails, and got the return line to the fuel pressure regulator back to the tank, so that's all pretty neat. Plumbing for the water has already been done, and we're just doing injector wiring now. Sorting that out, getting it plugged in. It's looking real neat. So yeah, it's gonna definitely get the job done. And we're fairly close actually. We're fairly close engine wise, and once we get the ECU all set up, and might be able to fire it up. Right, we're powered the ECU up, making sure the pumps, there we go, tested the scavenge pump for the turbos. That's our radiator fan and pump going. So that is cool. Cool. Being able to test the outputs like that. So yeah, pretty good. The dash is nice. Drive shaft in, diff center in, gearbox stuff done. The computer we powered up the other day. We gotta run a few boost lines, and we're getting really close with this thing, really close. Just gotta whack a starter motor in it too. We're waiting on the starter motor to show up, but we're real close. After that, we'll be able to start it. We can start it without the boost lines, but Gotta wait for starter motor anyway. Alrighty. Caleb's had his first leak putting the fuel in there. He said, damn, this is a big tank, but I reckon it was running out at the same rate he was putting it in. Just the hose clamp wasn't on the tank. So, but it didn't actually leak that much, yeah. The hose was on there. The clamp just wasn't tight. But we tightened that up, so hopefully no more leaks. Undo his... Alrighty, Caleb's had his second leak. There she is. So he's going to get a dash 10 cap. Nice little bit of clear line to see the level. That's a nice little touch to this fuel tank, but it's looking nice in there. And Kieran's wiring his little heart out. So hopefully we're close. Alrighty, transmission oil is going in the bad girl. Got the diff oil down the back to do it. And then we got to put engine oil in. Oh yeah, got tail lights. Looking sick. Dash on in here.
Someone got a flat blade screwdriver for me.
Oh, if it focuses.
Flat blade screwdriver.
They just plug into the dash and it's got to connect on the other side of it. So it's all nice and finished. That's what they already had that there, but I think it's a nice little touch. All looking pretty well. Give her a go at firing it up in a minute. Got the big girl running. This thing is finally alive.
I don't know what you do that.
How good is this? Bit of a long road over the past few weeks, but it's alive. All fluids, got drive to the rear wheels. We'll have a look over a few other things and start it up again and maybe give her a bit of a rev or something, eh?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, going big turbos just to fill up some holes in the bonnet on a little motor.
Terry's got his work cut out for him.
Not the best combo.
I think Terry's what's the sticker?
You might just have
One bad motherfucker on the laptop.
that is
Whatever
true.
it was.
We might have to give her some more, get a motor with more cubes. So if I have to race you in the final, Caleb, you're going to bring the first bulb on and I'm rolling straight in. I'm doing a Scott Cortina on you, okay? Alrighty. Yeah, that's how it goes that way, yeah. Pecker extender. But here's the car without the boot on it. Show them the lights. Do you turn them on from the dash?
Yeah.
Here, show them, turn them on. Let me zoom in. You got your switch there. What's the other one for?
The interior of we're wiring them.
Wiring them at the moment. Let's have a look under here. Oh yeah, that is nice. That is nice. Gonna make working on it easy. That's cool that you can turn it on from the dash. We've got the windscreen in now. We're gonna clean it while it's off because it'll probably be easier. Windscreen there.
I just got the cable on.
Boot lid. We've got the front end in. So we're gonna maybe put it all together, make a separate video to do an unveiling, then we'll upload this one, and then we'll probably upload a dyno video after this one, and then we'll be going racing. So be good content coming out continuously. But damn, this thing looks bloody good. Bloody good. Alright, driving this thing off the hoist. That's way better. New lights zip tied in, Deutz connector zip tied out the way. Turn them on and off at the flick of the dash. You can see the light turning on. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alrighty, what do we got?
Well, we've got a nice running and driving vehicle.
Yep. About to put it on the hub dyno over here.
For next video.
We're saving it for next video, yeah?
Got to keep you coming. It will be a good one. Bolted on the hub dyno for the next one. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe, and
See you when we're putting it on the dyno, yeah?
when we're putting it on the dyno.